Is it on? Is it on? Is it recording? I'm joking. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, and on today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 fragrances that I have purchased, and they were big regrets with purchasing. Some of these were before, well, one of them was before I started doing YouTube videos for you guys and doing reviews. And the rest of them I actually did reviews on. I think, yes, all of them I did reviews on except one. So I have 5 here today that we're going to talk about. We're going to see why I didn't like them. We're going to see if I'm going to go back to the fragrance house because some of these have deterred me from buying more from the collection or the brand. So before we get into it, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more fragrance related content. Let's get into it and see which ones have been the biggest disappointments yet. So the first one we have here is Bayola, and this is by the House of Penhaligon's, and it's a green citrusy fragrance. It smells like an eau de cologne. It smells like a barbershop fragrance, kind of like an aftershave, but it's not a very sexy aftershave, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like a bitter aftershave that has kind of gone bad. Now I know someone out there's probably gonna be like, why you don't have any taste? And maybe I don't. But this fragrance itself to me just was not done correctly. Now it's not a bad scent. Let's just get that out of the way. I think it's an actual good scent, but the problem is for, so many options that there are in this actual category, this one's a little outdated. So there's a ton of fragrances out there that are going to have that barbershop clean greenness to it, but they're done in a more modern way. You can get fragrances like from Acqua di Parma, like Acqua di Parma Colonia Club. That's a really good one. There's a ton of them that are going to have this vibe to it. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I really was deterred, from buying more from Penhaligon's. This is actually before I actually started even reviewing or doing YouTube videos. So because of that, I actually haven't even purchased any fragrances from the House of Penhaligon's anymore. Let me know which ones that you recommend from them down in the comments. I really want to get into the house. I really like their little ones that have the little animal heads on them. I think that they're brilliant. Based on the notes, they sound like they would be really good, but they're really pricey. So let me know which one you are interested in me doing a review on, if any at all, because I'm not going to go spend my money and then no one wants to see the review. Like, come on, you guys are the ones that are telling me what to do. So yes, definitely one that I would skip out on. If you are looking into getting a Penhaligon's fragrance, try a different one, do your research, try some other ones, look at forums, look at Facebook groups as to what they recommend for Penhaligon's. This one's just a no for me. The next one is from the House of Burberry. What is this called? This is how bad. I don't really like this. This is Hawthorne Bloom, 12%. This is from their private signature range collection or their bespoke collection. But this fragrance is actually fairly expensive. It was 200 and I want to say 250 when I got it. So it was pretty pricey for 100 mils. Now it retails for 295, so it's even more expensive. I mean, again, they're becoming unobtainable, these fragrances, but this one itself, it's a little expensive and it's a green, very greenish type of scent, but it's not done well. You want to do green, you can do something like Chanel number 19. I think that's a very terrific, nice, sexy, sophisticated green fragrance with a lot of character, with a lot of depth to it. This one itself is lacking on those, nuances that make it a little bit different. I think this is done by Francis Kurkdjian. Let me just check for you. So yes, this is done by Francis Kurkdjian. The notes are going to be iris, violet, jasmine, and I believe patchouli, yes, and musk. So you would really smell, or you would read all of these scents and think, it's a goodie. It's a goodie green scent with some clean elements to it. And while you are correct, it is a green and clean-ish type of scent. It's just very green. It's like they just decided to smash a bunch of plants into a bottle, throw some musk in there, and some little flowers in there. It's like whenever you were a kid and you go outside and you made those mud pies with those flowers and grasses. It's kind of like what it smells like. I know that's really messed up to say about something that Francis Kurkdjian, because he has a cult following, fan audience. But to me, this is probably one I would skip out on. Because of this, I actually have not purchased any more from Burberry. They have launched some other ones, like I believe it's called Oud Storm, Ash Flower, and there's another one, but they're pretty expensive. They've changed their packaging, so they no longer have this pretty little sticker up front. Burberry is one of those brands that at the moment is currently reinventing itself every 5 years, every 4 years. So we shall see if these stick around or not. I don't see a lot of people reviewing. I think, again, I'm the only one reviewing this entire collection, which is a little sad because there's some really big home runs in this collection. And there's some pretty big flops like this one. The next one I have is from the House of Loewe. Now, really quickly, I just want to say something about this one. It smells fine. I like the scent. I think it smells good. The juice is not my favorite one. It's not my daily wear. It's not one that I would actually sit there and say, oh, I am going to defend it to the death. But it is a fragrance that I definitely think is good. It has its really nice attributes to it. It's very different. It's a very nice, gentleman, classic fragrance. So if you get this one, you're definitely going to have a very nice, solid fragrance that can be worn to almost any black tie event, any nice formal event. The problem with this is, let's just look at the bottle. It this okay. So by the way, they've repackaged this again. So they had these in a gold lid, which was the old packaging for Loewe. Then they did a repackage, which is the one that I got, and it's the sticker itself is off centered. It's a very cheap sticker. Come on, focus. It has a stain on it, which it wasn't from me. That's how it came, you guys. I promise. It's just not. I don't know. The quality is not there. It's called Descubriendo Colón. It's from the Un Paseo por Madrid collection, which I was very excited to really dip my toes into this. The bottles online didn't convince me, but I was like, maybe they will arrive and look really nice because Love is known for quality, the brand itself. And I was like, oh my God, I'm just so excited. There was a red one. And then as soon as I got this, they did a price increase. No, actually, never mind. Take that back. They did not do a price increase. They did repackage it into these little square bottles, which to me look a little cheap because it looks like the regular line, but now they're wanting to charge you more. I just wish they would have really addressed the issues that were with this one and maybe change this bottom part out. You know, the lid itself I think is pretty nice if they were to put it onto a nice bottle, not some, Walgreens, perfume counter type of thing. This looks like Elizabeth Arden. That's just maybe why I don't like it, but the scent itself smells good. I really do like the fragrance itself. If you're just looking for a good fragrance and you don't care about packaging, you can get these on discounter site, fairly cheap. But I'm a sucker for packaging, and I'm one of those freaks that likes to display their fragrances. And if one of them doesn't match the rest, I freak out. I have a panic attack, okay? So that's why I don't like this, and it's a big fragrance regret, but it doesn't deter me from trying other fragrances from Loewe. Comment down below if there's one you would like me to try in particular, or if you just don't even care about the brand. Let me know all of that down below. While we're on the topic, I just want to apologize for my hair. I have tried to fix it multiple times. It's just, it ain't working for me. It just said, no, we are clocked out for the day. We're not going to try. Just don't bother me. So I apologize for the hair. But the next one we have here is by the House of Kilian, and this is one of their blue bottles. Now, I want to start off by saying I have not heard anything good about the blue bottles themselves. Everywhere I have looked for reviews or information or forums or anything about the blue bottles, people tend to either say they're great and they're fantastic, or they're like, what is this? Who gypped me? Give me my money back. To me, this one itself was my first fragrance purchase in the blue bottle for Kilian, and I was very excited because I am a Costco member. By the way, if you didn't know, Costco does sell fragrances and they usually discount them pretty heavily. Kilian is one of those brands that they will have for like, I think 160, and then all of a sudden they throw this discount at it and it comes out to 135, and you're like, that's a stinking good deal because they're $300 almost now. So the one that I have here is called Flower of Immortality, and to me, I just have to say it. It's like if you were to go to one of those beach vacations and they put the little flower necklace on you with the little hula hula, skirts, and you're dancing and stuff, and you're drinking coconut water and eating guava. That's what it smells like, which I'm sure to someone it's going to be a vibe, but it's floral. It has a peach note that I just can't get over. It smells like a natural peach itself, but the fragrance to me is just a little too fruity. I am fruity myself, but this one itself is just not one that, vibes or reminisce with me. If you're going to do fruity, then definitely do fruity in the right way. And I get what they were trying to do with this fragrance itself, but to me, it's one of those that I would skip out on because Kilian is not known for their longevity or performance, and this one itself is not going to have that, and you're going to get this really fruity concoction. It literally smells like if you were to drink a very fruity cocktail. So if you're into that type of vibe, definitely check it out. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the blue line or the ones that come in the blue bottles, because they do have one that I really want to try, which I think is Vodka on the Rocks. I am interested in trying that one out. There's also a couple of other ones, Bamboo and Harmony. The reviews for this collection are very far in between, and not just that, I just want to say that typically when I look at YouTube reviews, it seems like they're reading off of a script, and I really just want to know what someone thinks about it. I don't want you to tell me all the dynamics of it. Just tell me if you like it or not. Is it good? Is it not? Anywho, definitely I would not get this one, and I'm sorry, Kilian. I'm sorry. And the last one is from Dior. Can you tell I really went all out? So they actually used to sell 15-ounce bottles at Dior for their La Collection Privée. This was only offered in their top selling. I'm not sure who's buying this, but it was only offered in their top selling fragrances, which I believe was Oud Ispahan, Purple Oud, Oud Rosewood, Amber Nuit. There was a couple of other ones as well that were in this actual size itself. Now, one of the problems is this. Dior is selling you a fragrance. Back then this was $450. I think their 8.5 ounce bottle is now $450. So Dior was selling this for $450, right? Which is a steal. 15 ounces. It's a lot of juice you're getting in here, and it's $450. So you're saving quite a bit of money. But unlike Tom Ford or Kilian, when you buy their big bottle, they give you this little, pocket spray or purse spray that you can fill on the go with your big bottle, because those don't have sprayers or atomizers, and I believe Creed does this as well. Now, Dior doesn't. They don't give you anything. They don't give you a little pocket spray, a little purse spray, or nothing. They're like, you just take your bottle and figure it out yourself, because there is no sprayer. And it's also a very big pain in the butt because you're trying to flip this over and you make a mess. It spills all over the place. So you really have to get one of those pipettes to really stick in there to make it, work. Not that it matters anymore because the size is completely gone. But this fragrance was just a no for me. I think that they were trying, or François Dimashi was really trying something different here with Oud. It has raspberry notes in here. It has rosewood. It has gaiac wood, I believe, in here as well. It has rose, obviously. The fragrance itself really smells like it's unblended, like they just threw everything at the wall and hoped something would stick. And I'm not trying to be mean here because I love Dior. Dior La Collection Privée has some of my favorite fragrances, but for $450, you couldn't have blended this a little bit better. To me, it's just a very animalic, non-wearable oud. The average person is probably going to sit there and say, I don't like it. If you're really into an animalic, very strong in your face oud, and you like, for some reason, synthetic berry notes mixed with that, then this is probably the one for you. But as of now, for me, Oud Rosewood is just not the one that I would go for. It is a fragrance purchase that I still regret to this day because I'm like, man, I should have just gotten Purple Oud, even though I don't know what it smells like. I mean, it could smell really awful for all I know, but I mean, I don't think you can get any worse than this. Maybe to me, it's just, I don't like the synthetic berry component. I don't see what it has to do with the rest of the story here. I could see the rosewood, I could see everything else in here. Take away the berry now, and we might have a really good fragrance, but until that's taken away, I don't see the purpose for this. I don't care for it, so I'm sorry to say this is the biggest fragrance disappointment that I have done with my purchases in a long time. So what do you think about these fragrances? Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Did I make you mad about something? Let me know all of that down below in the comments. Also, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more fragrance related content. I hope to see you on the next video. Until then, take care.